Good evening with CBC Sports Night. I'm Anne-Marie Burt. Well, Shea Hope stamped his first century of the regional Super 50 competition as Barbados are on course for a victory against the Leeward Island Hurricanes in the second semi-final at the Coolidge Ground in Antigua. Winning the toss and batting, the Pride made 314 for 7 off their 50 overs. Hope top scored with 125 off 128 deliveries and included 8 fours and 5 sixes. Now, opener Craig Bathwick contributed 54 and captain Jason Holder 42 not out. Spinners Jason Campbell and Rakeem Cornwall took 2 wickets apiece.
That's pitched up, and how many times have we seen the ball hit straight down the ground? Whipped away, and that's going to be 4 more. And he's bowled him.
Put up the order in that Jamaica Scorpions batting lineup. Big shot. And taken.
There should be a bit of acceleration if you have a lot of wickets in hand.
Edged and caught. That's a big wicket. That's hit high, hit hard, hit far. Come on. Sloppy piece of fielding.
As the news continues. And that's a beautiful shot, inside out, classical.
Would he be taken? Yes.
Then Ashley Nurse didn't even give himself a chance.
In the air. It's with the wind. It's gone all the way. Cornwall back in the attack. In the air. And will be another 6.
Shea Hope is on 99. And what a 100. Beautifully played. Beautiful 100. The second list 800.
Again. 6 runs. So Joseph back in the attack.
High and hard once more. That's gone even further. That one has given him the length, but it's not going to carry. And taken. Didn't time it well enough. That's timed well. That's gone for 6. Straight over long off. That's a full toss, and it's not going to stay with us. And this one is going straight to him. Will he take this one? Well, redemption, the very next ball.
Now let's go live to MCTV's ESPN channel to get the latest on the Leeward's reply.
Short outside the off stump, just rock back. Place it nicely into the gap. Look at this.
Certainly was a good cricket shot. Even though he's not known for his batting, he's having a little bit of a cameo here.
He's making the point that they lost Kieran Paul. And he's been one of 10 to go on to score centuries in this year's tournament. 3 centuries to his name. But other than him, never really felt that this Hurricanes team will get to the target of 315. You spoke about the confidence. Barbados, on the other hand.
Well, as you can see, Barbados is well on their way, possibly to making that final against the Jamaica Scorpions. There was double delight for All Saints Primary in the Antonori zone of Knapsack today. When the dust had settled, All Saints amassed 273 points in the boys. Second was St. Jude's with 127.5, and third was Ada Costa Edwards. They had 92. In the girls, All Saints secured 156 for 5 for their 4th straight win in that section. Second was Cuthbert Moore with 116, and third Hillaby Turner's Hall with 105.5. Another record-breaking day at the Usain Bolt complex, and where better to start than the under-11 girls 400 meters, which gets off to a quick start at the tight battle between Alika Herod of St. Jude's and Anaya Nurse of Hillaby. But as we get to the final 80 meters of the race, Nurse prevails. and finishes in 1 minute 12.04 seconds, followed by Harewood in 1 minute 17.25 and Tishona Phillips of St. Bartholomew's 1 minute 17.63. Let's turn now to the 100 meters, the big girls, the under 13s. Watch out for lane number 6. Shania Hippolyte from the north, St. Lucie Primary, down the track to win in 13.90, followed by Kiana Smith of Cuthbert Moore and Josaria Jordan of the Costa Edwards. The under 11 boys wasted no time, off in a flash with focus on Trey Rowe of St. Lucie and Thierry Bradshaw of Ada Costa Edwards in lanes 2 and 3. But Jeremiah Walcott in lane 8 of Blackman and Gollop takes the glory in 13.49 seconds, followed by Rowe in second and Bradshaw in third. Take it down now to the under 11 girls, and it was Alika Harewood of St. Jude's Primary in lane number 3, virtually unchallenged as she ran away in first, clocking 14.55. Second went to Anaya Nathan of St. Matthews, and Raphael Ford of All Saints was in third. The first heat of the under 11 boys, and this was the fastest of all the heats, with a tight battle between Jaden Levine of Eagle Hall and Krista Nurse of Hillaby, lanes 1 and 2. The two finished just like their lanes 1 and 2. Levine winning in 14.60, followed by Nurse in second and Karen Springer of St. Bartholomew in third. Heat 3 of the under 9 girls starts with lane 1, preferring lane 3, but let's focus on the winners. Jakaria Jones Smith of Belmont in lane number 6. She was first in 15.45, followed by Markeisha Hines of Ada Costa Edwards, and Danica Anton of All Saints was in for third. The final 100 of the day and the fastest in the under 9 boys, and it was all Tariq Barker of All Saints ripping up the track, finishing in first with a time of 15.37, followed by the Carrie Marshall of Ada Costa Edwards in second, and Xavier Corbin Greenwich of St. Martin's, he was in for third. British Cricket Association's 2017 season set to start in about 2 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks earlier this year on April 22nd. The BCA is currently meeting with all the clubs and schools at Kensington Oval to discuss the changes. Now at that meeting is CBC's Mark Seal, who joins us live from outside the Hall and Griffith Media Room and Conference Centre. Mark?
Well, good night, Anne-Marie. I'm here in the media conference room in the Hall of Griffith stand at the Kensington Oval, where the BCA just had the pre-season, the 2017 pre-season meeting with all the clubs, representatives of all the clubs, and with me the director of cricket here at the BCA, Stephen Leslie. And Stephen, I have here with me the summary sheet, but there are basically 4 things that really stand out, and those are what we'll discuss. We are basically, we heard in an email that the season is starting early, April 22nd, but really and truly by last year's format, it is only a certain type of cricket that will be starting that early.
Yes, Mark, what we did is similar to what we did in 2016. We're starting the tournament in 2017 on April 22nd, which will have a phase 1 of the T20 competition for the elite teams. What we are going to do is to move right from that elite competition in the first phase into a second phase, and then it will culminate in a general final which will be held at Kensington Oval. What we're going to do, the traditional season, it will commence on May 6th. So those persons who were wondering whether or not we're going to start a bit earlier, they have the assurance that we will start the traditional season on May 6th. But the T20 phase 1 will start on April 22nd, and we'll have that going into phase 2 for this 2017 season.
And one of the things that stands out here is that the Super Cup, usually we have the elite and first division teams playing in the Super Cup, but there's a proposal that there'll be 2 different competitions for those 2 different divisions.
Yeah, we had some robust discussion this year, and what we are considering, which was actually communicated back by the clubs, that we were considering looking at 2 separate competitions. The clubs were very clear, and they actually made a resolution which we will have to discuss at the BCA, and we'll make a firm determination very shortly. The season starts on April 22nd, so today being the middle of February, we have an 8-week period, but we'll certainly look to resolve that within another week or so, and allow the clubs to know how we feel about their resolution that they would have made this evening.
And can you just elaborate a little bit about what the resolution was?
Yeah, basically what the clubs are suggesting is that they want to maintain their normal way of playing, where the elite and Division 1 teams play among each other within the 50 over component, and this is what they believe will show a higher level of competitiveness, where a Division 1 team can claim that they've beaten the elite team and allow them to move right into the quarterfinals through the finals. So that's what they actually communicated tonight, and we're going to discuss that, and we'll see how it goes for 2017.
How soon do you think you'll be able to get back to the clubs?
Well, what we do, basically, we're an organization that has a number of committees, so it will be immediately communicated within 24 hours, and everything being equal, we should be in another week or two be able to communicate back to the clubs on that particular aspect of the season.
And the clubs were also looking at the T20, where we have phase 1, phase 2, and they were also hoping that you could get into some seedings of the teams.
Yeah, that was another suggestion made in terms of seedings, and what that really would entail is looking at what teams that have done over the last few years in terms of their performances. What is key about seedings is that we want to have a model, as it was said earlier, that is consistent and can be proven. Nothing that is ad hoc and is unscientific. So sometimes a club may say, oh well, I reached the quarterfinal in year 1, I reached the semi-final in year 2, and I believe that I should be part of that phase 2. So we're going to look at it. We're going to look at the possibility of seeding, and again, we will communicate in due course relevant to what we will do relevant to phase 1 and phase 2. The concept will remain the same. It was accepted well in 2016, and we're going to continue in 2017. It's just that little dynamic relevant to whether we use seedings and how we're going to use an improved model of being able to seed teams.
And something else that will change this year, well, a proposal for a change, the Shield cricket. Usually the Shield teams play a 35-40 over competition, but there's now a proposal that the Shield teams play a 20 over tournament, not T20, but 20 overs aside.
Yeah, very clear distinction in terms of 20 over tournament. In the past, we've used Shield cricket where 40 over per side cricket matches were played. We're proposing 20 over per side, and the dynamic about a T20 is that there are certain rules in terms of 2 fielders outside of the circle, a 30-yard circle, but you would appreciate within the divisions of intermediate and below that, we have a situation where a lot of the grounds are quite small, so that concept of a 30-yard circle will have to be looked at. But certainly the concept of playing 20 over cricket per side, we're going to introduce that. We'll see how teams respond to it, and we believe firmly at the BC that what will happen is that you're going to be able to bring out some more communities to be able to engage in this format that has become very popular. So hopefully, Mark, what the teams will do, they'll look at it in 2017, we'll execute it, and we'll see how it goes for 2018.
Well, so that's it, a pre-season meeting for the 2017 BCA cricket season. Stephen Leslie, Director of Cricket. I'm Mark Seal, signing off from Kensington Oval.
Well, thank you, Mark. It seems all is in order for our cricketers on the local scene. Now, still to come, the Jamaica Scorpions march into the Super 50 finals. We've got those highlights.
It's the celebration of agriculture, 50 years and beyond. Come and experience this year's AgroFest exhibition at the historic Queen's Park on February 24th to 26th. Don't miss the African Heritage Month celebrations, the AgroFest Special Edition, an impressive display of leather products made from Barbados' black belly sheep, the best of crop over 2016, and much more. AgroFest 2017. Tickets available at all official box offices.
One life, one love, one hope. One life, one love, one hope. One life, one love, one hope.
No sign of him, so much for in sickness and in health, till death do us part. No clarity for my reality. Husbands don't always live up to their title. Husbands aren't supposed to give you HIV. A hug, a few quarrels, maybe, but never HIV. He said he loved me all along, but that was wrong. He messed around. And now I sit here all alone. May I have the strength to carry on.
Love, Poetry and Song, Saturday, February 18th on the lawns of the Drill Hall Beach Range, St. Anne's Fort, Barbados Defense Force. Showtime 6 p.m. Doors open 5 p.m.
Minding Your Business, brought to you every Monday during the CBC Evening News at 7:55, with the kind compliments of the Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union Limited, who remind you to save smart and borrow smarter.
And we're back with Sports Night. Now, last night we reported that the Jamaica Scorpions made it to the finals of the Regional Super 50. Sent into bat, the Scorpions set a new Super 50 record when they smashed 434 for 4 off their 50 overs. In reply, the Red Force were then bowled out for 142 in 26.3 as the Scorpions won by 292 runs. Paul returned to take 5 for 36. Tonight we have highlights of that innings.
That'll score. Just through the batter. And that's going to go for 6.
And is it out?
And it's going to come back out, I would think. Not sure what the umpire was querying. Yes, he's gotten hold of that one. Slower delivery from Taylor. And Hope just tugs it wide of mid-on.
Taken. Edge. Taken. Full catch. Loud appeal. Given. Elected. Just playing across the line of this one.
Swung away. That'll go for 4.
And that's a lovely shot by Ramden. And I will go for 4. Disappointed, but
out. He's out. And a double one outside off stump.
Some intelligent spectators following the cricket. Pulled away. Mohammed will pick up another boundary. Big shot down the ground. Opportunity for a wicket. Simple catch.
And that's in the air. It's a big one. All the way.
Big shot in the air. An opportunity for a wicket. Yes, taken.
And he's gone. Caught behind. Simple dismissal.
There it is. Rockman Powell. 5-wicket haul. Bowling. Game, set, match, Jamaica. The Scorpions have stung the Red Force and the defending champions are out.
Now, top Barbadian tennis player Darian King unfortunately lost his second-round match to Mikhail Kukushkin of Kazakhstan at the Memphis Open in the United States this evening. King, rated 140 in the world, went down in straight sets at 3-6, love 6 to Kukushkin, who is rated 103. Now, minor adjustments have been made for the 2017 Barbados Secondary Schools Athletic Championships. The annual competition gets underway on March the 22nd with the Frank Blackman Zone, followed by the Estaminet Zone on the 23rd and 24th. The finals will be staged on the 30th and 31st. CBC's Damian Best reports.
Meet Director Dave Small says there are some changes to the scheduling of BSAT, and it was done to make it more friendly for the athletes.
Last year being that it would have been the first time, we had a few little, I don't want to say complaints, but concerns from coaches and schools. So we decided this year we will look at the schedule again and try to rearrange to make it more athlete friendly. 400s that would have been done on the first day of the finals, which will be those preliminaries. We're now going to do them on the 29th. So we're going to have a session at the stadium on the 29th, about maybe an hour or 2 hours to get those races out of the way. This way, your 400-meter runners may not necessarily have to run 2 400 meters in one day. Because we know your 400-meter runners probably will be some of your sprinters, some may have to do the 4x1. So it's taking the burden now off of the athlete somewhat.
Although there has been some concern about the deteriorating state of the National Stadium, Chairman of BSAT Orson Allen says after meeting with engineers, they've been assured there is minimum risk and systems have been put in place to ensure patrons and athletes are safe.
The athletes will enter through the Scotiabank gate. Then we'll be using what we generally call the Lumber Company gate as one of the entrances for the patrons, as well as the front gate, the usual front gate. Recently, we, as Mr. Braffett said, we had a meeting with the stakeholders, including the engineers that worked with us, and it was determined that the level of risk in terms of using the front gate is minimum, but they would still want to ensure by, as Mr. Braffett said, extending the canopy a little. But they've taken all necessary precautions to ensure that the safety of all users of the stadium.
And every year there's speculation of the return of drums to BSAT. Alain revealed there has been consideration, but decisions like that go beyond the organizers.
We are still where we were last year in terms of the drums. I will admit that this matter is still under consideration, and the meeting, generally a decision like that is made just beyond this committee, the BSAT committee. It's really made at the BAPS level, where the principals meet. We make recommendations, obviously, to the committee there, but then the final say comes from that place.
So it's back to the National Stadium for next month's BSAC Championships. Here's wishing all the schools and athletes the very best of luck. Damien Best, CBC Sports.